So okay, when you say the first 2/3 and then the last third, what's your line of clarification for like this is the last third? So when they're actually,
I'll probably say up until the point it transforms.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like this is after they get the impossible shot.
Yeah, with my homie on the IMAX camera. I think so. Basically, once you get the dude with the deep raspy voice, once he gets got.
Okay, yeah.
And once Kiki, I kind of literally maybe it's not 2/3, maybe it's more like 4/5. Okay. You know what I'm saying? like the last fifth or the last sixth, I was kind of maybe just I should just say the ending. Like I think the way it concluded was like it just didn't give me enough.
Okay.
But like I love so many things about that film. The cast was bomb. Yeah. I really even loved the TMZ Daft Punk looking helmet, dude. Like I thought this one was dope because it felt very like this is weird and awkward, and we know it. Yeah, and it also was like, but this is all of y'all out there in the world who like can't put their phone down, and will die over it. And then also like it just looked cool. Like the costume wardrobe was like, where can I find this joint and be it for Halloween or like, you know what I'm saying? It was super dope, yo. So
No, yeah. Okay, so I think I enjoyed the movie like all the way through. Like I didn't have any that I can think of. I didn't really have any issues. Like I was rocking with the movie pretty much the whole time. And I really enjoyed the transformation thing. Like the fact that it like kept getting seemingly more, like crazier. Because like, okay, it's spaceship form. And it's like, what the heck is this thing? Like, what? Like, it just kept getting, I guess, more absurd. I thought that was cool. But
go
ahead.
Sorry, no. I feel like I'm not giving enough chance to talk. But I just realized what it reminded me of, and probably why I didn't like it that much.
What's that?
Legend of Korra season 2.
Okay.
Spirit Realm, whatever. It honestly looked like the spirit beings that they have in Legend of Korra in season 2.
Okay.
And to me, that was the worst season of that show. Where like 1 and 3 were like gangster, were good.
True.
Season 2 kind of was like, yo, you try to do too much.
Okay.
I think the idea of the transformation is actually really cool, but I kind of just felt like it got away from the monster component.
Okay. Yeah.
And I kind of was like, it just didn't do anything for me.
True.
But my fault, bro. Go ahead.
No, you straight. Like, okay, so I'm gonna make a comment there and then go back because I want to go back to the Gordy situation. Yeah. Since we're tracking our way through the movie. Like I didn't do as much follow-up research yet. Because I think I wanted to have this conversation first. Like I wanted to have this conversation and talk about it first, and then like going.
I couldn't help it because my buddy James was sending me like everything.
Oh, true.
He was like, "Yo."
Yeah. Because like I have my initial thoughts and like my own interpretations and understandings of like what he's trying to communicate. Because like the first thing I notice is, if I'm not mistaken, he has started his 3 films with a scripture each time. And so
bruh,
I try to think of
I was like, why? I got so many questions about it. Like, why do you do this? Not that I'm not here nor there on it. I'm just kind of like, bro, like, what is this for you to use the Bible like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I mean, I think it's to me, with all of his films, when he does that, like it helps me to, it makes me like jump into my like Christian nerdy bag. And so I'm trying to think of like, how are there like spiritual ties here? And like, what is Jordan Peele trying to communicate or highlight or whatever? So like that makes me start trying to connect dots, which is even more interesting when it comes to this topic of like UFOs and aliens and stuff, because in some areas, like Christians don't know how to respond to that. You know, they don't know how to respond to this.
I kind of know, like, honestly.
Yeah. No, which is fair, because I mean, we don't talk about it. You know,
I will say, having seen this, I'm like, I'm a little bit more opened up because they could be in a cloud. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yeah,
but
yeah. Oh, I did see something like when I was looking up the Wikipedia like plot, because I was trying to tell the movie to Alicia, and so I ended eventually like went to the Wikipedia and kind of went through that. And I think I saw that somebody said like the design for the UAP or jean jacket is it was very similar to like references to different animes. So like, which kind of made sense to me. Like it's I'm not sure which anime it was. Based off the picture, I think is Neo Genesis Evangelion, which talks about angels. So or UFOs, which again we'll work our way there because I have some thoughts.
Yo,
So
rabbit hole, bro. Rabbit
yeah,
hole.
100%.
Gracious.
But like that made sense to me. Like they kind of taking those. It kind of reminds me of Boondocks and how Aaron McGruder would like incorporate different aspects of like anime or like kung fu culture into his production of the show. So that's that thought. But to the Gordy thing, I think like you, I was trying to make the connection between Gordy. What's the guy's name? The Asian guy's name? Stephen Yoon, but his
I don't know if
character's
I'm
name.
pronouncing his last name right, but Stephen Yoon, yeah. I love him.
Okay, his character's name is. Yeah, no, I thought his character was cool.
Jupe, right?
Jupe, yeah, Jupe. So Jupe's character definitely I thought was interesting. And okay, so my guess was because clearly that story has to have some meaning with the actual overarching story because they keep talking about it and keep referencing his his experience with that, his traumatic experience with that, which he's like low key brushing off whenever he's talking to them about it. It's just like, yeah, it was wild, it was crazy, but it was good times. Like, what? You just saw like 15 people get murdered by a chimpanzee, and then like how I processed it. And again, I haven't done any research to see what Jordan Peele has confirmed or denied or whatever it said, about the film and his intention. But to me, it felt like he was trying to have the same connection with Gordy with the UFO too. So like he kind of saw the UAP as like this animal co-star in this sitcom more or less that he was creating, and it just backfired. It didn't work the way that he thought. And so like I guess because like you don't understand that one, Gordy didn't choose to kill him, because he went literally apeshit on everybody else. But then he sees this kid that I guess based off the show is his co-star. And like, I thought it was really interesting that Gordy signs, like he literally signs before like American Sign Language before he like does the fist bump. And so in that moment,
what did he say?
Yeah, I don't know that like that's the frustrating part.
You mean Alicia?
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's like. But like from the little understanding and the little that I've seen her do, like to me, it seemed like he was saying like more or less like, yo, let's go. Like you and I, we can leave because whatever situation, like, because so Jupe, he talks about the unfortunate events that happened that day. And like the way, if I remember him correctly, the way he described it to M, who's Kiki Palmer, and OJ, Daniel Kaluuya, he pretty much says like Gordy just had enough. And like, he just lost it. He couldn't take it anymore, which is kind of low key referenced in different ways, and like how animals, like they have their breaking point. Because I think the director guy in the first scene, like one of the first scenes when they're actually on the commercial shoot or whatever, like the director guy talks about Siegfried and Roy and how like the tiger like lost it and just like reacted to maul the guy, which is what happened. But that experience that like, oh yeah, Gordy just lost it. And obviously we see that like the trigger was like that balloon pop when the present was open, the balloon went up, and then he just went crazy. But the fact that,
which happens for like little kids all the time.
Yeah, like any little thing could set you off, and even more so for literally, even if they're trained, wild animals in situations that they weren't created or designed for.
Yeah.
But for Gordy, the monkey, to do all of what he did, which I thought that scene was intense, like him coming up to the edge of the joint, like breathing all heavy and stuff, like what is about to happen, like that. Yeah, that was intense. But yeah, like even that, like the fist bump and that connection that those two characters had, like him and Jupe, yeah, I really feel like his sign was what he was trying to sign was like, you and me, let's go. Like almost like let's escape from this fake world of
Mhm.
I would say Gordy would probably like I know what a monkey's thinking, but like Gordy is like, I'm tired of these people. I'm tired of being treated this way. I'm tired of feeling like a captive. And like, this is my rebellion. And now let's go. Like, come with me because you're a small child and you're like maybe in the same situation I am. Let's go. We're friends. Let's go.
Yeah.
But before anything pops off, Gordy get got, which was, I was like, oh no. Like, again, adding on to the trauma that Jupe is like suppressing clearly. Not talking about it or whatever, but having these multiple flashbacks. And again, I think that connection is showing, at least to me, it's showing his understanding of, or I guess his relationship with animals. And so him thinking that he could have that same kind of relationship with this UAP, as they called it in the movie. And again, it just not working out the way that he thought it would, and that joint just sucking everybody up, like,
Yo,
which is trippy.